Get out of my house, you witch. You Ghana goat. The sound of breaking plates filled the small sitting room as Mariama threw Fatu's dinner on the floor. The jollof rice scattered everywhere like red confetti. This is my son's house, not yours. You hear me? Mine! Fatu stood there, her hands shaking, tears rolling down her face. Her white blouse now had tomato stew stains all over it. This was the 5th time this week that her mother-in-law had destroyed her food. But what Mariama didn't know was that today, after 6 long months of suffering, something inside Fatu had finally broken. And when a quiet woman gets angry, the devil himself runs away. Mama Mariama, Fatu said softly, too softly.
You have gone too far this time.
Mariama laughed. A wicked, loud laugh that made the neighbors open their windows to watch. Too far? Me? What are you going to do about it, you foreigner? Go back to Ghana where you belong. But before Mariama could blink, Fatu removed her earrings, tied her wrapper properly around her waist, and said 5 words that changed everything. Today, you will respect me. Now, let me tell you how it all started. 6 months earlier, Fatu met Samuel at the market in Accra, Ghana. He had come for a business trip, buying goods to sell back in Freetown. When their eyes met across the fabric section, it was like the world stopped moving. Samuel was tall, handsome, with a smile that could make flowers grow. Fatu was beautiful, with long braids and a heart full of kindness. They talked for hours that day. Then days turned to weeks, weeks to months. Marry me, Samuel said one evening under the mango tree. Come to Sierra Leone and be my wife. Fatu said yes without thinking twice. She loved this man with everything in her heart. But there was one problem Samuel didn't tell her about. One big, loud, troublesome problem named Mariama. When Samuel called his mother to share the good news, her reaction made his stomach turn. A Ghanaian girl? Ghanaian? Mariama's voice cracked through the phone. What about Titi? The girl I raised money to send to nursing school? The girl whose family I know? The girl from our own village? Mama, I love Fatu. Titi is just a friend. Friend? Friend? I already told everyone you would marry Titi. What will people say now? That my son rejected our own people for a foreigner? Samuel heard the real fear in his mother's voice. After his father died 5 years ago, Mariama had poured everything into him. Her identity, her pride, her future security all wrapped up in her only son. The thought of sharing him with an outsider terrified her. But Samuel pushed those thoughts away. Mama will come around, he told himself. She just needs time. He was wrong. On their wedding day in Freetown, Mariama wore black. Yes, black. To her own son's wedding. She sat in the corner with her face squeezed like she had eaten 10 unripe lemons. That girl is not good enough for my Samuel, she whispered loudly to anyone who would listen. She's from Ghana. What does she know about being a proper Sierra Leonean wife? Nothing. And now my son will forget about me. Fatu heard everything but smiled anyway. She thought, maybe when Mama Mariama knows me better, she will love me. Oh, how wrong she was. The very next morning after the wedding, Fatu woke up early to prepare breakfast. She made fresh bread, fried eggs, and sweet tea. She wanted to impress her new husband. Bang, bang, bang. Someone was hitting their door like a mad woman at 6 a.m. Open this door. Samuel, are you still sleeping? Open it now. It was Mariama. She had a key to their house. A key, can you imagine? She burst into their bedroom without knocking. Samuel and Fatu were still in their night clothes. Mama, please! Samuel jumped up, his face burning with embarrassment and anger. But when he saw the desperate look in his mother's eyes, that fear of being replaced, his anger softened into guilt. Don't, Mama, please me. I came to check if this your wife knows how to take care of my son. You know I haven't slept since you married her. My blood pressure is high. Mariama marched to the kitchen, opened all the pots, and shook her head with disgust. What kind of breakfast is this? This is how you people cook in Ghana? My son is used to eating proper food. Fatu felt her chest tighten, but she kept quiet. Respect your elders. Her grandmother always told her. Good morning, Mama, Fatu greeted, bowing slightly. I made breakfast for everyone. Please join us. Join you? Join you? Mariama's voice could wake the dead. You think I will eat your food? Maybe you put something inside to poison me so you can have my son all to yourself. Then nobody will stop you from taking him away from me completely. Samuel's jaw tightened. He loved his mother, but this was too much. Mama, that's enough. Fatu is your daughter now. She means well. Daughter? That foreigner is not my daughter. My daughter is Titi. Remember Titi? The nice girl from our village? The one who respects me? But no. You went to Ghana and brought back this thing. Fatu's eyes filled with tears. Samuel held her hand, his own hands trembling. He was torn between the woman who raised him and the woman he chose to love. Mama, I'm begging you. Please stop. Mariama's face changed. She started crying fake tears, but beneath them, real fear lived. Oh, so now you are shouting at your mother because of this stranger? The woman who carried you in her belly for 9 months? The woman who sold her jewelry to pay your school fees when your father died? You are choosing her over me? Samuel's heart broke. Every word was a knife. He remembered those hard years after his father's death. How his mother worked 3 jobs. How she sacrificed everything for him. No, Mama. I'm not choosing anyone. But please, be nice to my wife. That night, Samuel couldn't sleep. Fatu cried softly beside him. Maybe this was a mistake, she whispered. No, Samuel said, pulling her close, though doubt crept into his own heart. It will get better, I promise. But he wasn't sure he believed his own words. From that day forward, Mariama made Fatu's life a living nightmare. Monday, she came at 7 a.m. Why is this house not clean? You lazy girl. Tuesday, she came at lunch. What kind of soup is this? My son will starve married to you. Wednesday, she brought her friends. 5 old women who sat in Fatu's sitting room gossiping. Her skin is so dark, one said. And thin, she looks like she doesn't eat, another added. Samuel should have married Titi. At least we know her family. They all agreed. Mariama smiled, feeding off their validation. If everyone agreed Fatu was wrong, maybe Samuel would see it too. Thursday was worse. Samuel got paid that day. Before he even reached home, Mariama was at the door. My son, I need money for medicine. My blood pressure is high because of stress. Samuel's hands shook as he gave her half his salary. He saw Fatu's disappointed face, but couldn't say no to his mother. Later, alone in their bedroom, Samuel sat with his head in his hands. I don't know what to do, he confessed to Fatu. She's my mother. After Papa died, it was just us. I owe her everything. But I'm your wife, Fatu said gently. Don't you owe me something too? Samuel had no answer. The guilt was eating him alive from both sides. Friday, Mariama went through Fatu's things, searching her wardrobe and drawers. What are you doing, Mama? Fatu asked, shocked. Checking if you're hiding money from my son. Or maybe love potions. You Ghana people know juju well. Fatu tried everything to make peace. She cooked Mariama's favorite meals. She bought her expensive clothes with her own small savings. She helped clean Mariama's house every Saturday. Nothing worked, because Mariama's problem wasn't really about Ghana or cooking or cleaning. It was about losing the only person she had left in the world. One day, Mariama called a family meeting. All of Samuel's uncles, aunts, and cousins came. I called you all here because I'm worried about my son, Mariama announced dramatically. His wife is using juju on him. How else can you explain why he chose her over Titi? She must have given him something to drink. Gasps filled the room. Mama, that's not true, Fatu cried. Shut up, you see? Talking back to elders. No home training. Samuel stood up, his voice shaking with anger and pain. Mama, stop. Just stop. I chose Fatu because I love her, not because of juju. Why can't you accept that? Love? Mariama spat. Love will fade, but I am your mother forever. She will leave you one day, but I will always be here. Then why are you pushing me away? Samuel's voice cracked. Tears ran down his face. Why are you making me choose? I love you both. Why isn't that enough? The room went silent. Even Mariama had no answer. That night, Samuel cried like a baby in Fatu's arms. I'm losing my mind, he sobbed. I can't make both of you happy. I'm failing everyone. You're not failing, Fatu whispered, though her own heart was breaking. Your mother is. Then came the day that changed everything. Samuel's cousin was getting married. Big party with food, music, and dancing. Fatu wore her beautiful gold dress. She wanted to look good for her husband. At the party, Mariama saw Fatu laughing with other women, and her blood boiled with jealousy. Look at her, she thought. Making friends. Fitting in. Soon, she won't need me at all. Soon, Samuel won't need me either. Who told you to laugh so loud? You sound like a hyena. This is Sierra Leone, not Ghana. We have manners here. People turned to look. Fatu's face burned with shame. I'm sorry, Mama, she said quietly. Sorry? Sorry? You Ghana people always say sorry but never change. You come here to our country, steal our men, and disrespect us. Mama, please, not here, Fatu begged. But Mariama wasn't finished. She walked up to Fatu and did something unforgivable. Slap. The sound echoed across the party. Mariama had slapped Fatu in front of everyone. That's what you deserve, useless girl. Samuel ran over, his eyes wild with rage and despair. Mama, what have you done? What have you done? I taught her a lesson. Now she knows her place. Her place? Samuel's voice dropped to a dangerous whisper. Her place is as my wife, and you just humiliated her. You humiliated me. For the first time, Mariama saw real anger in her son's eyes. Not guilt, not sadness, pure anger. Samuel took Fatu home. She cried all night. Her cheek was red and swollen. I can't do this anymore, she told Samuel. Maybe we should divorce. Maybe you should marry Titi like your mother wants. Samuel held her face in his hands. Listen to me. I have been weak. I have let my guilt control me. I have failed you as a husband, but no more. I love you, Fatu. Only you. And I will fix this. I swear to you, I will fix this. But how? Samuel didn't know. He had been saying this for 6 months. And nothing ever changed. 3 days after the slap, Mariama came to their house again. She walked in without knocking. Fatu was cooking dinner, jollof rice, fried chicken, and salad, trying hard to be a good wife despite everything. What is that smell? Mariama said, entering the kitchen. Are you burning food again? No, Mama. I'm making dinner for Samuel. For Samuel? Mariama's insecurity flared. You mean you're trying to win him over with food? Make him forget his own mother? She tasted the rice with her finger and made a disgusted face. This is rubbish. Complete rubbish. Then she picked up the pot, the rice Fatu had spent 2 hours preparing, and poured it on the floor. All of it. Then she threw the pot down too. It shattered into pieces. There. Now cook something proper for my son. Stop trying to replace me. Get out of my house, you witch. You Ghana goat. Mariama screamed. And that's when we came back to where our story started. Fatu stood there, looking at the food on the floor. The broken pot, the red stew splattered everywhere. 6 months of insults. 6 months of disrespect. 6 months of trying to be kind to someone who saw her as a threat. No more. Fatu removed her earrings slowly. She tied her wrapper tight. She looked at Mariama with eyes that could burn steel. Today, you will respect me. Mariama laughed. You? Make me respect you? What are you going to? She didn't finish. Fatu grabbed Mariama's hand and pulled her outside. The neighbors came out to watch. You want to fight me? Mariama screeched. You small girl? I don't want to fight you, Mama, Fatu said calmly. I want to teach you a lesson. What happened next became legendary in that neighborhood. Fatu gave Mariama the beating of her life. Not violently, but firmly. Teaching her physically what words could not. This is for calling me names. Push. This is for pouring my food. Pull. This is for slapping me. Shove. This is for making me cry every night. Drag. Mariama screamed. Help! This girl is killing me. But the neighbors just watched. Some even cheered. Yes. Teach that wicked woman a lesson. She has troubled that poor girl for too long. Samuel came running out. Fatu! Stop! But Fatu wasn't finished. She looked at Mariama, who was now on the ground, her wig crooked, her dress torn. Listen to me, Mama Mariama. I am Samuel's wife. I am not going anywhere. I have tried to be kind. I have tried to respect you. But you pushed me too far. From today, if you come to my house to cause trouble, I will finish what I started. Do you hear me? Mariama nodded, too scared to speak. And one more thing. I am from Ghana. Ghana is beautiful. Being from Ghana doesn't make me less than you. We are all Africans. We are all human. The next time you insult my country or my people, you will see the other side of me. I am not trying to take your son from you. There is enough room in his heart for both of us, but you must learn to share. The neighbors clapped. Some ululated. Samuel stood there, shocked but somehow relieved. His wife had done what he couldn't set a boundary. After that day, everything shifted. Mariama stopped coming every day. When she visited, she knocked. She spoke with respect. 2 weeks later, she came to their house with food she had cooked herself. Fatu, she said quietly, can we talk? They sat outside under the mango tree. I was wrong, Mariama began, her voice shaking. When Samuel's father died, I became afraid. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of being forgotten. When Samuel said he was marrying you, I thought I was losing him. I thought you would take him away from me completely. That's why I was so wicked, not because you're from Ghana, because I was scared and jealous. Fatu's eyes softened. Mama, I never wanted to take him from you. I just wanted to love him, and love you too, if you let me. I see that now, Mariama said, wiping tears. You are a good woman, a strong woman. You tried to be kind even when I was terrible. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm asking for it anyway. Fatu took a deep breath. I forgive you, Mama, but things must change. You must respect me and our home. I will, Mariama promised. I will. At the next family gathering, Mariama stood up. I want to say something, she announced. I was wrong about Fatu. She is a good wife to my son. I let my fear and pride blind me. I am sorry. Fatu, my daughter, yes, my daughter, please forgive this foolish old woman. You are part of this family. Ghana, Sierra Leone, we are all one. Samuel squeezed Fatu's hand, tears in his eyes. Finally, he could breathe. Today, Mariama and Fatu have a real relationship. They cook together, laugh together. Mariama even learns Ghanaian jollof rice, though she still claims Sierra Leonean is better, but now with a smile. Fatu learned that sometimes you must fight for respect. Being kind is good, but letting people walk over you is not kindness, it's foolishness. Samuel learned to stand firm for his wife and set boundaries with his mother. Love doesn't mean you have to choose, but you do have to protect. And Mariama learned that love multiplies, it doesn't divide. That daughters-in-law can become true daughters if you give them a chance. The neighbors still talk about the day Fatu beat Mariama, and they say, be like Fatu, be kind, be patient, but never let anyone make you small. Respect is earned, not automatic. Be kind and patient, but stand up for yourself when needed. And remember, fear and insecurity often hide behind cruelty. Sometimes the bully is really just afraid. We are all Africans. We are all human. Love has no borders. Did Fatu do the right thing? Or should she have handled it differently? Have you ever had a difficult mother-in-law or family member? Share your story in the comments. Let's support each other. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. Follow us for more African stories that entertain, inspire, and teach. New stories every week.